Hey everyone, welcome back for part 3 of our Interstellar Space Genesis Alpha Let's Play. We're playing as the Sulak, and when we last left off, we were about to enact our lust across the galaxy and activate our lust ability, which is going to allow us to very quickly increase our populations just that much faster. Before I do that, I do just want to do a few housekeeping things here and just take a look at a couple of things, make sure we're not missing anything. Here on Shaloth, we have finished our cloning facility, that's our subsurface vault there. Our cloning facility is this building. We are going to go ahead and change we're going to change it to population here, just to get just that much more when we go to activate it. I'm going to go ahead and check our other places as well here. We've got Rolduck 2, that we're already focused on population there. We can see both of these places currently have 2 pops. Here on Gladys 1, our homeworld, we have 9, and we are currently working on the economic capital. I'll probably just leave this one as is right now. We've already got 9 here, so we don't need to focus population that heavily during the lust period here. Alright, everything looks pretty good there. We did get this cruiser here on our homeworld, close to the end of last session, or maybe right at the end of the last session. Again, it's got lasers and titanium armor. I believe that's probably because that's the most up-to-date technology that we have in weapons and defense right now. So, again, not great, but much better than the frigate that we have, which coincidentally is right here at Zibutis. And we've got our leader who we assign there, here, Lord Matt Josh the Wanderer, and he's going to be there in 1 turn. With that frigate, and we're going to send him down to explore some ruins. I believe that's our first thing, and then later on we'll be making use of his shapeshifter trait for spy missions, as well as at least the deep cover skill he's got initially to get some information. We know the Moltar are prone to being spied on pretty easily, based on my last session where I explained the Moltar aren't too good at espionage. So they'll probably be our first target. We'll dig up some information on them, make sure we're keeping tabs on them, and get him some experience in the process. So given all of that, I believe we're in a good position right now to just click Lust and go ahead and activate this. Again, as a reminder, this is going to be active for 20 turns with a 40 turn cooldown. During those 20 turns, we're going to get plus 100% pop growth across our empire and plus 50% ground combat. We are going to suffer a production penalty and research penalty, but it'll be well worth it when we have more pops. We'll be creating much more production and research anyway. So we're going to go ahead and click that button, and we should see that benefit. I'm not sure if it takes place on the first turn we use it. We can go ahead and check that here. Yep, there it is, plus 25.8 from Lust, right around the upper part of the population growth area. So that's definitely going to help us. It still says 2 turns, but once we get an additional pop there, we'll definitely see it even in more, have more impact. Okay, just before I do that, I want to move Lord Matt Josh down here now that he's on this ship. There's a little star here that's going to indicate also that Lord Matt Josh is assigned to this fleet. We're going to send it down here to Shaloth. Alright, and we have gotten a follow-up to the sentient asteroid. Well, that may be bad, because we know there was a potential penalty. We took a risk doing that. Let's see if that's come back to haunt us. Yep. Sir, I bring you good and bad news. Remember the protonic matter probe asteroid thing we brought back to one of the colonies to be sold in the black market? Well, the shipment, landing, and transaction was going well. However, suddenly and unexpectedly, the probe blew up and killed many people. In the process, word has come out that the Empire was behind this clandestine mega operation, and the scandal is now all over the news. The good news is that our agents fabricated claims that smugglers were behind the incident, so the public is divided over this incident. Well, can't win them all, can you? You're dismissed. So we're going to suffer 10% morale in our empire for 10 turns. Okay, it was still worth it. We got the 500 there. That allows us to get the cruiser. I'm still satisfied with that. Let's go ahead and hit next turn. Looks like we are still 1 turn out. Here we're not quite there yet, because the ship would be kind of up in the... We'd see this little shield here if the ship had arrived. So, alright, we finished our remote exploration over here. Let's continue. I like to just, unless there's something I really need, I like to just dig in as much as I can. And let's see, what happens here if we adjust this? So we really don't lose that much. We could still get it in 7 turns instead. We could get the infrastructure built up. I think I'm going to make that adjustment there. Here in Shaloth 1, yeah, it's a big difference here. So we'll go ahead and keep getting the pop there. That's probably because of the gravity situation there that's affecting that. Alright, we have possible ruins to explore here. So again, when that happens, you're going to get this little pop-up and you can click right here on the ruins to actually initiate the exploration. Again, we don't have to have a leader there to do an exploration of ruins, but in this case, because our leader, Lord Matt Josh here, has the secondary skill of Explorer, especially the advanced version of it, he's got a plus 20% chance of finding something in ruins. So rather than just send a ship out there to explore it that has no bonus chance, and we're going to send Lord Matt Josh. I didn't read his description here, his backstory. I'm going to go ahead and read that just real quick here since we're about to send him on a mission. Let's make sure we're using him to the full effect that we should thematically. Lord Matt Josh is the former band leader of the Wanderers, who were famous musicians on their homeworld and recorded many top hits, such as Supernova and Ice Comet Love. Eventually tiring of the rock star life, Lord Matt Josh financed and led sublight missions to the nearest stars. After he spent many years wandering in space, rumors surfaced that Lord Matt Josh may be searching for an artifact of immense power. But the former rock star is keeping his cards close to his vest, refusing to say anything about the matter. Lord Matt Josh is a highly skilled starship captain, but he's somewhat of an enigma, and one never knows where he will wander next. Okay, so interesting. Didn't know we'd quite have a rock star on our team, but if he's willing to go undercover, we're willing to use him. So, all right, let's go ahead and see how he does at exploring ruins. Lord Matt Josh and your expedition approach the desolate ruins and prepare to investigate the site. The team finds vast patterns of strange lines encircling the ruins. Their significance is unclear. The team uncovers the remnants of a space pirate hideout. While they were here, the rogues obviously did a little xenoarchaeology of their own. They left the propulsion data core ancient artifact nearby. Plus 25% to propulsion research. Well, that is excellent, because that is a game-long bonus we're going to have to propulsion research. So, good job, Lord Matt Josh. I'm going to show you where that bonus goes here in the research. So here, if we look for propulsion, and we hover over this little beaker tooltip here, we will see plus 1.9 from Data Core Artifact. So currently we don't have many bonus propulsion research points, but we could get those from leaders or infrastructure specializations as we proceed further in the game. And we will get 25% bonus to all of those, so that will add up. Okay, you will notice here that the ruins are now still on the map as a yellow icon, and if we hover over that, it's going to tell us here that they were already explored, but an expert explorer can explore them a second time. So Lord Matt Josh is an advanced explorer, so if he gets one more level up and is allowed to increase to the expert explorer level, we'll be able to search these again. Alright, we did get a space culture level up this turn. So I am going to go ahead and get the smuggler leader. That's what we were planning for last time. We wanted to get the, because smuggler leader will give us bonus money for our helium-3 and basically any of our strategic resources we have. I'm going to go ahead and, it's going to be to our advantage, I think, to try to find one. And again, we'll get a bonus if we decide to exploit asteroids, although right now that's not in the cards for us. Alright, we've got Cyrus Ulkin here, 275 BC and 7 BC per turn. Cyrus Ulkin is one of the more advanced leaders you can get. Obviously, we've seen some really cheap ones so far. Cyrus Ulkin's pretty high level. Has a lone wolf trait, so very similar to Lord Matt Josh, does not like working with others. Has the quick trait. We've seen this one on some of the other leaders as well. +1 initiative on level up if you choose to pick initiative. And then he's got a number of secondary skills, most of which I don't think we've seen yet. We've got the advanced navigator secondary skill, +1 to star map speed. And if he goes up to the expert level, he'll get another 0.5 parsec speed increase. And that's going to be to the fleet. We've got the smuggler secondary skill, basic level, which is +1 BC per strategic resource. So right now that'd be 4, because we have 4 helium-3 up here. But as we increase that smuggler skill, it's going to go up to believe plus 10 at the expert level, so that would be 40 a turn. So definitely we want to get that leveled up. We've got the expert instructor, very good at increasing the crew experience, which will increase the ship attack and defense as the crews level up. And then finally we have the saboteur secondary skill, which is a spy skill if we choose to send out, I believe, it may be, this one actually may be before assaulting colony. We'll see. I'm not entirely sure. I'm sure I've used it before, but I just can't remember. The other interesting thing about Cyrus Ulkin, the commander here, is his command is 6 right from the get-go. He can command a battleship right away. We don't have a battleship, but we do have a cruiser, so it might be worth picking him up and placing him there. So we don't have that kind of money right now, but perhaps we will soon. We have an economic capital coming in, and I believe we're going to have 20 turns to try to get that money. So we will wait on that just a moment. We could consider sending Lord Matjosh out now on a spy mission. I think we're going to go ahead and do that. We can send him to do some intel gathering. We can see it's 13 turns, so normally it's 20 turns to set up a spy mission. We get -2 from the leader trait and -5 from elusive. The leader trait being the shapeshifter, so that means he can set it up in 13 turns. We'll go ahead and do that. We don't need him right at the moment to do anything else. And I don't believe we don't have any other colony leaders right now. Okay, let's hit end turn. Alright, we got a Sulak pop increase on our homeworld. Excellent. We've got some... The experience here of this crew has gone from green to regular, so we can see here that with regular we now get plus 15% ship attack and plus 15% ship defense from crew experience. So that's quite nice to have. And we're going to go ahead and start exploring another area. Let's finish off Kaba, this section here, just to make sure there's nothing else of interest down there. And we can see here, it's kind of hard to tell right here, but there's a small green number. It's also listed under the duration here, 14, and then it says 20 in parentheses. So we have 14 turns left of the Lust ability right now. Just going to click through a couple turns. We're going to get the economic capital here in a moment. Our research is quite poor, so we're going to want to find a way to improve that in the not too distant future. We are suffering from the lust right now that's causing that to slow down. The economic capital is completed. We can see that right here. Plus 50% production tax revenue. And our income has certainly gone up here. So I'm happy about that. The outpost ship we were going to build, I believe, for another Helium-3. I think there was another +2 out there for us to grab. We probably want to consider a colony ship as well. Those take quite a long time to build, as you can see here. I mean, compared to an outpost ship, which will take 5 turns, it's 27 turns for a colony ship. So I don't quite want to do that yet. I want to build up a little bit more first. We got a pop increase there. Our leader has leveled up. Let's go ahead and we're going to double down on administration again and go to 3. And we have 2 choices here. One is going to be to increase our activist skill to get plus 40 SCP instead of plus 20 flat per turn. Or we have medicine basic, which is plus 25% to pop growth in all colonies in the system. Well, that's quite nice. I think we may want to go for the pop growth bonus, just to go in line with what we're planning to do here. Very thematic for us. Where are we getting this now? Rulduk. Okay, Rulduk is that's the one that's equivalent to our homeworld. We only have 3 more slots left here, so we have to think about what we really want to do. Where is economics, construction? We're pretty good on ship support points right now, so perhaps we want to go with, yeah, let's go with Starship Engineers. This sounds good. So we may need to start building colony ships and things soon, and having some bonuses to do that with would be quite good. It's 22 turns. Let's go full on habitat control there now. Okay, we get another pop increase. We're getting those quite often at this point, which I'm very happy about. We've got Oksana the Siren, another ship leader. Also Lone Wolf. We've had several Lone Wolves here. Also Fickle and also a shapeshifter, so very similar to Lord Matt Josh. Seems to have more secondary skills than Lord Matt Josh does. We've got 5% plundered from others' trade agreements if we're in contact with them, so pirate. I don't know if anyone's got any trade agreements right now, but that would be nice if it was. An advanced smuggler, so plus 5 BC per strategic resource source in the Empire. I do like the idea of that. A saboteur, secondary skill, can destroy installations. This is similar to what Cyrus Ulkin had, except she's got the advanced level. Espionage basic, can steal a tech one level below the highest research in a given field. And Psyops advanced, can influence leader missions and reduce rival leaders' opinions, potentially get rival leaders to leave the race that they're working for, the empire they're working for. And they have a 50% chance of framing another empire for the spy job. I actually would like to get Dexana, maybe I said Oksana. Hover over her tooltip here for just a second. Okay, but I don't have a ship right now that she can pilot, because she can only pilot a destroyer. I don't have, the only free ship I have is a cruiser, and remember with these leaders, if we don't assign them, they lose an opinion each turn. So while I would like to get her, I'm going to have to find another ship or build one within that time frame. And we're still in a position to, we do have a ship that Cyrus Ulkin can command, so kind of inclined to still get him first at this point. What is the setup time? Here 8 turns still for Lord Matt Josh to finish setting up. Okay. Another pop gain. Down to 8. I think 8 turns left on our lust. Outpost ships completed. We found an ice age on this planet, which is basically allows it to terraform faster to a colder type and slower to a hotter type. We're not really interested in a Terran anyway, especially a poor one, so that doesn't matter to us. We got the full exploration level there now. Let's go ahead and dig in right here. I think we don't have any information about anything here, so let's check that out. Our colony ship is ready. I don't quite remember where that is, but let's take a look here and sort by sources. Here it is, Rohini 3. This is the one we wanted to go to. We're going to do that. And yeah, we're just going to continue to focus population growth right now. Sierra has acquired the philanthropic trait. The leader has developed a profound sense of respect and care towards the population and is therefore highly respected due to gestures of kindness and generosity. That's excellent. What does that do for us? Plus 5% morale in the system, minus 2 BC on salary increase requests, and plus 1 level up required to ask for a raise. So it'll be 3 level ups before she asks for a raise. I don't think we've had anyone ask for a raise yet, but we'll see that shortly. I'm sure she'll level up again, so that's quite nice. That's a very good trait to pick up. I'm happy about that. We got the subsurface vault. That is, it looks like hidden, tucked away back behind here. We are now out of building slots in here. We don't have any buildings left to build, but if we did, we wouldn't be able to build them with the current level. So do we go for a colony ship now, or do I try to pick another outpost ship out? The only one left to get is Uptala 5, but given the smugglers and stuff that we're going to be hiring, it would be to our advantage, I think, to get outpost ships on all of those. So let's go ahead and it's so much faster than the colony ship right now. Let's go ahead and just do that. Another gain. Luther Kataki's about to leave. I'm not too concerned about that, but Cyrus Ulkin. We do have a lot of money now. I hadn't quite been paying attention to that the last few turns. Let's go ahead and hire Cyrus Ulkin, and we're going to assign him to the militia independent cruiser. We will go ahead and take a look at Cyrus Ulkin's Backstory here, Cyrus Oaken can boast both skill and good fortune. He has never failed, and even when he encounters setbacks, they somehow manage to work in his favor. Consummate gambler and card player, Cyrus's greatest win was humiliating the human Minister of Defense at a high-stakes game. Hungover but thrilled, Cyrus woke up the next day to find an emergency draft order issued with his name on it, posted to the farthest reaches of known space, aboard a ship better suited for the museum than the star lanes. Cyrus still found himself blessed by Lady Luck. Through quick thinking and an outrageous series of useful accidents, lucky shots, and amazing coincidences, he earned a military command and hero's welcome for bringing down the Sedna pirate ring. Realizing that battle was just another gamble, Cyrus went on to become one of the most feared and renowned commanders in known space. Some think his luck will one day run out, but those who surf with Cyrus feel certain that victory will always be theirs. Excellent. So the people under his command will enjoy his leadership, and he will be there in 5 turns. Alright, and we are still 2 turns away from setup here, and if we can get enough money and a ship for Dexana, we will think about getting her. Maybe I will build a frigate just to get something that we can put her on, so she's... Yeah, let's go with that. That way we'll at least have something, because I think we're going to have enough money. I'm going to let money build up a little bit and keep research kind of slow just for right now. Okay, we want to put it here. Let's make sure we click the right thing. Alright, +2. We're now up to 6. And we are now getting, as you can see here, +6 from smuggling. That's because we only have the basic level, which is 1 per. Alright. Was there another? Was there another one we wanted to get here? There was the Optala 5 one, which is +1. We should probably get that as well. Let's go ahead. The colony ship, I know I keep pushing it back, but it just takes so long right now that, you know, pushing it back a few turns is not going to have that profound an impact. Okay, we have not found anything else yet. Alright, what have we got here? Lord Matt Josh reports to be all set and ready to start gathering intel from the Moltar Union. Let's see what's going on here. We can see that he needs to be advanced to be able to get the technologies, to see their technologies, and he has to be advanced to see their leaders. So we're not quite there yet for that, but we can see some other stats about them. They have 16 ship support points with 8 available, so they're not in too much. They don't have much of a bigger military than we do. Based on that, their income is roughly equivalent to ours. We can see that they are second. I believe this is compared to us because we only know of 2 of the races right now. Anything that shows 1 for them means they're above us, and anything that shows 2 means they're behind us. So we've got some information on them right now. We can confirm that here as well, because if we look, we're going to see the opposite here. We're number 1 in production and population, and number 2 on the other areas. So tech, they are far outstripping us, but again, on the difficulty we're on, they get like 6 free techs at the start of the game. So it's definitely not surprising that they're ahead of us. Production wise, though, we can see that we're outstripping them. Fleet, they've had some kind of big jump here in the last 20 turns or so. I'm not exactly sure what they've done. Perhaps gotten some new technology that's improved the abilities of their fleet. Population wise, we are eclipsing them quite quickly. Culture, Moltar do have a bonus to culture, so not that surprising that they're above us, but we looks like we're increasing at about the same pace. And overall, they're quite a bit higher than us right now. But you're always going to start behind in this type of difficulty, so I'm not too concerned about that. If they start bringing warships in that we can't handle, then I'll get concerned. The wormhole here, you see it's red now, it's closed. And it's going to show that here as well, closed. We're going to explore, let's explore there, and we need to pick another place as well. Let's go over here. Lord Matt Josh has leveled up. Let's give him, let's go ahead and give him command. Alright, and we've got a new pirate or activist skill. Neither one of these really help his spying or his exploring. So I believe I will go with the activist to get the extra space culture points. We have 3 more turns of this lust. We've also, because of the outpost over here on Rohini, we have increased where we can explore now, so I'm going to go ahead and move a few of these ships out now that we've got some new star systems to check out. Oh, we have found the Human Federation. Our outpost ship is finished here. Let's send that to, I believe it was Optala, is that right? Yep, Optala. Send that right there. We do actually, I didn't quite realize we had one in Rolduk and Zabutis that we did not know about yet. We're actually not looking into either one of those. Let's dig into those, because those may be a source of even more helium-3 for us. Since we've got so much helium-3 at the start, I'm going to really go heavy in that, and I'm going to increase my research to get those techs very shortly. Neutron star. Okay, we found out about a neutron star way up here. That doesn't help us. Okay. Do we want to do any kind of deals with them right now? I don't think so. All right, we need trade treaties for that. We need a research treaty. We need an alliance. Okay. We'll talk to them some more later, but we can see kind of just at a glance here that where we are in relation to them. So we're better in production and population than everybody else so far, which would make sense since we've been focusing those areas. Okay, we want this one. We're now up to 7 helium-3. Alright, and we have enough money to hire Dexana. We just need 2 turns to get that frigate out. I am going to go like about like this, I think. We'll reduce the taxes. We just have enough money now that I'm not too concerned about it. We've got enough to hire her and still have. And now we've found the Dragula as well, so we have now found everyone, which means we may start getting votes soon to see if anyone wants to be given the title of Emperor. They'll have to try to sway the Galactic Council. We'll see if that shows up this session or not. We've got another pop growth here, and we can see now our Lust is on cooldown, our Serenity is also on cooldown, so they both go on cooldown together when you use them. So it's a kind of an important choice when you pick it, because it's going to be 40 turns before you get to use another one. There is our pop growth. So this is Rolduk 2. We're now up to 6 pop here. We can build some things fairly quick here now, like outpost ships. But I believe I'm just going to keep that on pop for now because they don't produce enough. Yeah, we'll keep that way as well. Alright, it looks like they are probably behind everyone here. Tech, they're only slightly better than us. Production, we outpace them. Fleet, we're weaker than everyone. Population, we're better than everyone. Culture, we are in second. And overall, we are in last. But that will probably change. Maybe by turn 100 or so, we may start overtaking some people. We'll see what happens. So tiny, acid, medium G here. And what have we found here? Heavy G, medium G. There's a couple of gas giants up there I'm curious to know more about. I can't move here right now. Let's go ahead and see. Cyrus Ulkin has gotten a new desire. He wants to command a battleship. We don't have a battleship right now, but let's take a look here and see if there's any penalties. It doesn't look like there's a time limit on this. We would get a double opinion gain. So instead of plus 10 opinion, we get plus 20 opinion if we had him win a battle in a battleship by turn 86. That's probably not going to happen. If we do put him in a battleship and complete this desire, to basically allow him to pilot a battleship in battle. He'll get +2 attack, +2 defense, and +2 initiative whenever he's commanding a battleship in the future. So definitely a worthwhile desire to try to fulfill for him. His lifelong dream, apparently, of flying a battleship, but he's going to have to wait a little while on that. Alright, here's the Galactic Council. You can see that we have 48 votes, and here is a breakdown of why we have 48 votes. +24 from pops, so every pop is 1 vote. We've got a lot of pops, so we have a lot of votes. We also have an artifact that we found in that ruin. That's +10, and we also have we get 2 points per strategic resource, and we have 7 strategic resources, so that's 14. You can see we're getting more votes than everyone else. The Moltar are abstaining. The humans are going with the Dragul. Dragul, of course, are voting for themselves, and we will vote for ourselves. So we can see that no one has achieved the 64 votes required to win. So we are just going to end this Galactic Council without a winner, which is what I'd like. I don't want anyone winning, defeating us right now. Alright, our frigate has finished. Again, just a basic ship, so we have some place to put Dexana. Which one is it here? Oh, actually, I didn't realize when I sent Lord Matt Josh on the spy mission that he was going to be unassigned from the ship. I guess when you're on a spy mission, you're considered assigned even if you don't have a ship. So that's something I probably should have paid attention to. Let's see, we can go and steal technology from someone. You can see our detection chances and setup times here. Looks like it's 13 turns to try to steal a tech, but that's what I'm actually going to go for. I'm going to go for the Moltar. At this point, we're already taking actions against the Moltar, so let's just keep going against them. If they get mad, we can deal with them. We can send our forces over here and hopefully take them out. Okay, we are focusing on pops still here. We're going to have that fusion production here in a couple turns, and we'll see how dramatic an impact that's going to have. It's going to be quite good with the number of population that we've been able to build up. Got a basic, right, Baron. It's kind of nice with this purple haze here, I guess coming off of a nebula. Looks quite nice. Of course, the system is garbage, but it looks nice. Let's continue here. We want to find out more about those. We've already started on them. This is our cruiser. Let's go ahead and send that back. Send this back as well. Okay, one more turn. Here's our fusion production, plus 0.5 production per pop unit in Empire per source of helium-3. We have 7, so that should be giving us a total of 3.5, I believe. Let's take a look and see. Plus 3.5 from fusion production, you can see that here, and that is multiplied by our pops and our infrastructure. Here we have the same thing, and here we have this. Here we have the same thing. So again, it's empire-wide. That's why I've been focusing so heavily on that helium-3, because we picked that path. So now we have another choice to go. We could start getting some weaponry, which honestly wouldn't be a terrible idea since we've now met everyone. But I'm a bit greedy as a player. I like to focus economy really heavily in the first 100 turns or so, and I'm going to go fusion treatment, which is going to give us, at this point, 70% population growth when we get it, and we may have even more helium-3 before then. So with that researched, our outpost ship is going to come out. Colony ship is now 10 turns. Here we're getting a new pop in 4 turns. Let's go ahead and just keep growing population there. Here, I'm going to switch to infrastructure. Alright, there's our outpost ship. So we had a strategic resource somewhere that we wanted to grab, I believe. Or am I mistaken? Is there one that we don't have yet? Abtala. Nope, I guess actually we didn't need this one because we can't. I'm still not tempted to fight that space monster with that cruiser. I think it would get destroyed and it would be a waste of it. So yeah, I guess we don't have anywhere to send this outpost ship yet. So I'll just hang on to it. Going from green to regular on that one. We've got another space culture pick, so we can see we can get +2 BC per pop from tax here. and we could aim to go down here to get +1 to all strategic resource sources. Given that we've got, I think, we've got four sources, I think, right now. Yeah, I think we want to continue down this path and just get the interstellar geology. We've been lucky in the amount of helium-3 we've had near us, so it's going to be 35 turns till we get that. Pop growth, leader, Galen Ruiz the Tiger. We had this guy in the last session I did, the Moltar as well. We see here the quick trait again, +1 initiative on level up. We've got the crew experience. Mr. Olkin had that one as well. And we have defense technologies, +10 research points to defense research, and +10 research per defense's research level with a discovered tech. So quite good at defense. You can see his skill levels also +40% to defense. Probably not going to hire him just yet. We may grab him later, but again, I'm trying to play a little bit more of a espionage game this time. We've got +1 with them. Who's the biggest military threat right now? Is it the Moltar, or it is the Moltar followed by the Dragul? Let's see if we can get any headway with the Dragul. What kind of gifts can we give? 10% of our treasury. It's a punny gift, but we'll take it anyway. I assume that's probably supposed to be puny. But I kind of like the typo. It's pretty funny. Alright. I don't know if that takes effect immediately. We'll see. If they don't appreciate our gifts, we'll make them pay for it later. Okay, let's keep pushing that research. Now that we have enough money coming out, we can really push that pretty hard. Just going to click through some turns. Pop growth, pop growth. Infrastructure, 6 turns. Here, we're just going to keep increasing. We've got so many people. You'll notice our city space is going to continue to just keep expanding out here. Mostly just a graphical effect, but alright, colony leader, and it looks like quite a good one. So this is more of what I'm talking about here. Zarla Zelv, the vendor. I'll hover over this for a second, but we're probably going to hire this person, so I'll go ahead and read it here shortly. Greedy, so it's going to ask for extra money on every salary increase and ask for raises more often. So definitely going to be expensive for us, but let's see what we get for all that money. +10% to trade treaties revenue, a basic smuggler, advanced saboteur, and basic espionage. Is good at production and trade asteroid exploitations. Not something we're focused on too heavily. A little bit of bonus production and some tax revenue, so probably not the best leader for us aside for the smuggler trait, because we're not really focusing asteroids. I'll consider Zarla. Just because we haven't been offered that many colony leaders, we've been mostly getting ship leaders so far this game. Alright. Oh, we got a lot of stuff this turn. Looks like we're going to have several ruins to explore. So this is quite a nice turn for research, for remote exploration. We see a wormhole here. We've got a ruin here. Yep, so we can go ahead and we will send... This is the one, that's Cyrus Olkin. Oh, that's right, we have Lord Matt Josh doing that, so maybe we should call him back. We're gonna call him back. Put him on there. Because I really want him to get these because of the +20% chance to find. Found a white dwarf. Okay, so this system, I guess, was we didn't know this one even existed here till now. This does not look like anything we need in here aside from those ruins. There's another wormhole. We've got several wormholes coming through. There's the ruins. We get some basic scanning information here. So we need to keep drilling in because we need to get the We need to get the lowdown on this gas giant. Looks like we are just about to get that research. Here we are with fusion treatment, so we're going to get that plus 10% pop growth per source, so let's see if that's taken effect. Where is that listed here? Okay, plus 33.44 from fusion treatment, plus 70%. It's towards the bottom here of the population growth. So very similar to the way the fusion production is at each colony, the fusion treatment is also at each colony. So this, you're probably hopefully getting an understanding of how powerful these strategic resources can be. We've seen now, at least for the industrial fusion path, the tremendous production benefits we can get out of that, kind of economic benefits, as well as you saw in the voting how much of an impact those can have. It's definitely something worth fighting over with others. So we could just keep going down here. You can see now we're at 1,000 research points to get things down here. Get a customs dock, galactic spaceport. Eventually we can get the alien habitat model, quantum singularity access. But let's see if we're passing anything else up here. Civilian quarters, that's space culture points, space culture points there. Morale and culture. We got the fusion commerce, which is for trade treaties. We're not doing those yet. Synthetic food is plus 25% pop growth on the Empire. As much as I would like that, I don't know if that makes sense for us right now. I think we probably need to focus a few other things first. Probably should get a starbase. It's only going to take 2 turns. Let's get, after that, let's go ahead and get a weapon type. Let's get the fusion beam. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get the fusion beam. And we probably should get, let's queue up one more thing so we don't have to come back in here for a little bit. Green garrison, planetary defense shield, probably just get class 2 shields. We're gonna have those, actually, I say for a little bit, but we're getting so many research points now that a lot of which from money. We're getting 75.8 from money we're transferring over at this 70% ratio. But they're really for money. There's nothing else we'd need right now unless we wanted to hire one of these leaders. Perhaps I should just go ahead and hire Zarla and stick him. Actually, I'm not sure if it's a him. Probably should just stick them somewhere. Let's put them on this. Is this the one? Yeah, that's our super kind of super world there. Let's go ahead and stick him here. Him or her. Let's see. Zarla Zell is a former clan master of the Vendor clan of the Dragul. Through the centuries, the Vendor clan grew from a marginal group of merchants to one of the richest and most dangerous clans on Dragul Prime. Regardless of how much wealth her clan, okay, we've figured that out, amassed, however, they failed to gain the respect of more militant clans. The advent of FTL technology has allowed Zarla to both seek new opportunities with empires that aren't so biased and to expand her own wealth. Her expertise can easily help any colony she governs attain prosperity quickly. Well, I hope so, since she's greedy. I'm going to put her on Charloth. Alright, and that's going to take 5 turns. As we know, these things always take multiple turns to assign people places. Okay, we've got population still growing there. We've got our infrastructure we're still waiting on there, and we'll have a colony ship out in 2 turns. You can see the effectiveness of going with economy first. Now we're going to be able to get those initial weapons techs really fast, rather than getting weapons early, which, you know, stunts our growth. I like to build the growth of the colonies up first and then go for weapons. On a smaller map or with a more aggressive race, though, you may want to look at weapons first and maybe take other stuff instead of building up your own. Here's a starbase. Get a bunch of bonuses from the starbase once we build them. We'll go ahead, now that we finished our colony ship, let's go ahead. Oh, we can't build the starbase. And why can't we build the starbase? That's because we're out of building slots. We need to focus infrastructure to get a building slot. So we're going to do that. Here on Charloth 1, we could go ahead and build a starbase in 8 turns. It's good for that. We'll look. We also have room for a starbase. we do want to get that infrastructure finished. So let's go like, far down can we go? Pretty far. Okay, let's do like that. Here's our colony ship. Let's take a look and see what worlds we want to get. So we're sorting by habitability. What is our best option here? So we've got a huge acid, medium G here. We do not know the richness. It's medium G, large acid, tiny acid, ultra rich, medium gravity. Doesn't look like there's any low gravity choices here for us. That one we can't go for because there's a monster in the system, as well as that one. This one's heavy G. I guess we'll go for Busuzuno, the tiny acid, and hopefully the richness is there. Okay, and I don't believe we know of any other strategic resources yet to send. No. We're going to have to take that monster out because he is hindering us a little bit. Alright, we got the fusion beam. Got our infrastructure specialization here, down here in Rolduc. We're going to go for the Master Starship Engineers for that extra ship construction speed. Yep, let's go for that. We're going to continue building the starbase. We've got another starbase going up in both places. More research coming in. Okay, class 2 shields. We've got some information here. Let's see what's going on. So that pop growth, we've got Dexana reports to be ready to go ahead with the tech-stealing spy job. The spy awaits your command. Interesting. Okay, so here's what we can steal. Definitely don't want to steal those because they're kind of garbage. We've actually already got class 2 shields. But we do have some other options here that are not garbage. Synthetic food, we were just looking at that, actually getting that. Deep core mine would be quite good, plus 2 production per pop unit. That's a kind of a low cost one though. See, these cost 450. I believe we're allowed to steal one that's one tech level lower than what we have, so we've been focusing on economics, so this is the category we can steal the best stuff from. Let's go for synthetic food. Yes. Your spy was able to steal research blueprints on the synthetic food technology. Fantastic. Nice job. We could frame someone else for it. Who do we want to frame? Let us frame. I want to create friction between them and the humans. The Human Federation was framed for stealing the technology. Excellent. So their relationship is probably going to be degraded. I'm not sure if there's a way to see that exactly, but quite happy about that. And here's our synthetic food that we stole. So that's part of the cool thing in this game is the framing, and some of that stuff is, you know, stealing texts I've seen in other games, but the framing is quite unique. I'm not actually sure exactly how it works, but I'm glad it's an option in here. Let's get fusion beam. Let's continue down and get some better weapons. Let's get neutron beam. We are going to need bomb racks, but let's get better armor, because that initial armor, I mean, you're looking at 20 armor for a cruiser here, and you get 80 for this one. So I'd much rather have tungsten armor. Let's go with that. Again, I'm skipping out on some of the economic stuff now that we've got a little bit of we've made some headway in those areas. Okay, did our leader get back? Okay, so Lord Matt Josh is now ready. And it looks like Dexana is ready for another mission. Let me read Dexana's thing here. Dexana is an unscrupulous Sulak female captain who rose from obscurity to become one of the most skilled espionage agents in known space. She's already proven that to us, hasn't she? She stole that synthetic food for us. Her time as an independent freighter captain has left her with a basic understanding of shipborne operations, but her true value is her talent with almost every aspect of the spy game. Like all Sulak, her motivations can change on a whim, as can her allegiance. So she is actually a Sulak, which is quite nice. You can see she does. Her picture here does not quite match. I believe that's an alpha thing. They'll either change probably her story to be a different race in the final release, or maybe they'll change her graphic out to a Sulag. But I'm not going to complain either way because I want to keep stealing stuff. Who do I want to steal from? Let's steal from the humans because I'm looking to set them up. I think they had better techs, didn't they? Yeah, the humans are actually the most advanced in tech, so let's steal from them. Where is that option? Right there. Okay, 13 turns, but I'm perfectly fine with that. Lord Matt Josh, where are you located right now? Right here. You need to go get these ruins. That's your job. We didn't reveal any strategic resources yet. No. Okay. So we're starting to get a lot more stuff going on each turn. So we're gonna probably be clicking end turn less often. We'll have longer turns here as we start getting more colonies and more leaders, and we need to make sure that they're all active and doing things because we don't want them losing reputation. We can see Sierra here is up to 9 at this point because of just how long she's been assigned. And the only leader that has a desire at all right now is Cyrus Olkin, which is to command a battleship, but other leaders will come up with things they want us to do for them as well. We have a Sulak pop increase. We can colonize. We will colonize. Ultra rich, fantastic. But downside of tiny, 2 infrastructure. So we get very few options here. We may as well just go ahead and get it right away. We do have a infrastructure choice here, so we only have 2. I think we need to go building slots because 2 building slots is not going to give us enough for what I want. We'll probably want to get up to 4. So I'll just put both infrastructure in civil support. Okay. So I believe at this point everything is still good. I am going to send Cyrus back somewhere where we'll be able to retrofit him. It looks like Rolduk's going to be the first one with a starbase ready. So we'll go ahead and do that. Yep, these guys are all busy, so we're not leaving anybody unassigned. And I think we've got everybody doing something at this point. We're doing infrastructure there. That's right, because we don't have room for the starbase. Okay, neutron beam. Looks like we've found a bunch of things here. So we've got a wormhole. Where is this? Way up there. It's stable, it looks like. Yep, open stable. Helium-3, we've got +2 in Zabutis 4. So we're going to be up to 9 Helium-3 here soon. We've already researched the techs. Now we just get more and more benefits every time we get one of those. Here's it looks like this one is also stable. Yep. Found powerful creatures. Diamond Crust. Diamond Crust is quite nice. Plus 25 BC in the colony and plus 25% to trade treaties revenue if we colonize that place. Not looking to go into swamps right now. We have enough acid worlds to keep us happy, I think, for a little while. There's a space monster in the Silex system. This is not where we just sent our outpost ship, right? No. Okay. So we won't be able to do those ruins yet. Kind of glad that we went to this ruin and not that one first. I guess we could have run away, but... And there's another source of helium-3. It's just a +1 down here. Let's go ahead and... Is there anywhere else with strategic resources we don't know about yet? Thizatup. Not exactly sure how to pronounce that. Let's do that one, and let's go ahead and find out more about our neighbors down here, the Moltar. Okay, I think we are in pretty good shape here to call this session. We have made a lot of progress. We have gained a lot of population. We've almost gotten to the point where Lust is active again, which means we've gone through almost 40 turns. At this stage of the game, we are now climbing up in tech through our theft, sneaky ways, and kind of just a reallocation of our own resources to tech. So we've actually surpassed the Dragul into second place production-wise. We are eclipsing everyone because of our focus on that Helium-3. Fleets, we are still low, but we're going to turn the corner on that as we make use of our available ship support points and build that up. Until then, we'll try to avoid wars. Population, still climbing, still ahead of everyone. Culture, very quickly coming up and perhaps surpassing the Moltar soon, and overall, since where we started this session, we have climbed quite dramatically. So I feel like we're doing all the right things, we're in good shape, and next session we're going to start passing up even more and really start on our military and start threatening people that come near us. And again, I'm going to try to avoid wars for a little bit, but we will. War is always inevitable. Unless I mean, it's possible we could win by Galactic Council if we make alliances. So we'll see how it goes. I'm open to a lot of different options at this point. All right, I'll see you guys next time.